Okay, what does the Ohm's law states then? All of you write three letters: V, I, R. V, I, R. Now, already you know that. What does for V stands for?
Volt.
Potential
Potential
difference.
volts.
Voltage. Voltage or potential difference. Voltage or potential difference. I, you know, current.
Current.
And we are getting a new term called resistance R. Okay. So, in order to understand this in detail, first of all, let me discuss this one. VIR. This resistance value changes with temperature. Generally, the resistance value changes with temperature. Resistance value increases with temperature. Please write down this point now, all of you. The value of resistance changes with temperature. The value of resistance changes with temperature. Full stop. The value of resistance increases with temperature. The value of resistance increases with temperature. Nana, yesterday I asked you to draw the diagram, circuit diagram in that resistance rheostat is there. If the value of resistance changes, then automatically we won't get the correct values. So resistance value should not be changed. So what should we have to do? Did you get my point? If the value of resistance changes, experimental values will not be come properly. So I want to maintain the constant resistance. So what is to be done? What we need to maintain, not to change? Just now
Temperature
you have
should
it.
not
Yes, you are right. Just now we have seen, no, with the temperature, resistance value changes. If we maintain temperature constant, then we can do the experiment. That's why whenever we start defining the Ohm's law, the traditional method is it starts with like this: at constant temperature. Okay. Now all of you please write that word: at constant temperature. Okay. Now let me see what is Ohm's law states that. Nana, all of you, whatever is seen on the screen, please write the definition as it is in full. Ohm is a German scientist. He stated that electric current flowing through a metallic wire is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided its temperature remains same. This is called Ohm's law. Vaibhav, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you read the statement which is there on the screen?
German physicist George Simon Ohm stated that the electric current flowing through a metallic wire is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provides its temperature remains the same.
Very good. Thank you, Nana. Thank you very much. Very nicely read. So the first statement is saying about scientists. This scientist belongs to which country?
Germany.
Germany.
German.
German. Okay. Whether you mention or do not mention, it's not a problem. But the first statement is about A German scientist whose name is George Simon Ohm stated that is common. No need to write full name also. Ohm's law states that also. You can continue. Now you say why the provided its temperature remain the same. Last sentence is important. Why the temperature should remain same?
So that resistance also remains the same.
Very good. If the temperature changes, then we cannot do this experiment. So we have to do the experiment at constant temperature so that the resistance value will not be changed. Now I hope so that you have understood the first statement and second statement. Now here directly proportionality is there. Do you know what is meant by directionality? Directionality proportionality. Directionality proportionality. Suppose if I purchase two books for 20 rupees, if I purchase five books for 50 rupees, 10 books for 100 rupees, it means what is happening? Number of books increasing means the other side, the cost is also increasing.
Increasing.
Both sides increases. Directionality proportion. So in the same manner, this directional proportionality is comparing two physical quantities. One is electric current, another one is potential difference across the terminal. Now you can easily understand the definition. What is directionally proportional to what?
Metallic
What is
wire is
directional
directly proportional to the potential difference.
That is Ohm's law. That's all. Simple definition. Electric current is directly proportional to potential difference. Or else you can say reverse also. Potential difference is directly proportional to electric current. But traditional method is who stated and the how. So you can say like this. Ohm's law states that the electric current is directly proportional to potential difference across the terminals or across the ends, provided the temperature remains same. See, Nana, totally five statements are five. First is who is the scientist given this one? Ohm. So you can say like this. Ohm's law states that. Now, what we are considering electric current, how it is proportional is directly proportional to with what potential difference across the ends of the terminal. Then it should be checked at the constant temperature. Now, how much time you require to get this definition? Already, I think many of you have got. I'll ask Joshnavi. Can you say?
Yes, sir. Ohm's law
Say, Rana.
states that the electric current is directly proportional to the potential difference across its ends, provided the temperature remains constant.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Rana. Bhavna, are you there? Okay. Pulchita,
Yes, sir.
so can you define the definition without looking onto the screen on your own words, in your own words?
Yes, sir.
Try.
George Simon Ohm stated that electric current flowing through a metallic wire is directly proportional to the um, potential difference across its ends,
Provided.
with its temperature remains the same. This is called Ohm's law.
Very good. So, children, now we are going to find the relation between two physical quantities. Can you say what are those? Electric current and potential difference. Let me see the previous PPT. Yesterday we practiced it now. Let me go to the previous PPT. So, before PPT, yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, next, 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 next. Yes, this one. Go back, Nana. Still, one more slide back. Yes. Children, Mali, Next slide. Stay there. Children, observe this diagram. Did you observe the ammeter in the circuit? Where did you see? With what letter it is?
A.
A. So, in the circuit, ammeter is connected like that. And did you observe the battery? Battery, I'm calling it, means three cells are there. One big line and one small line. What does the big line stands for?
Positive.
Positive charge.
And small line? Small line?
Negative.
Negative charge.
Okay. So the battery, ammeter, and that curved line, that zigzag line is there. No, what is that? It is nothing but
Rheostat.
no. Resistance. Rheostat is variable resistance. Rheostat is variable resistance. Amma side after. Okay. Wait, Nana, 1 minute. Next, that arrow mark with resistance is there. No, what is that?
Rheostat.
Rheostat. Very good. Now, what is that dot with the curved brackets?
Switch. is
Switch. Switch closed.
V stands for? V stands for on the top is there. No?
Voltmeter.
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 Now, can you say what are the things that are present in this circuit?
Ammeter, voltmeter, battery, switch, rheostat.
Ammeter,
and,
voltmeter, battery,
resistance.
switch, wire,
2 minutes. Doctor.
Resistance.
resistance.
Hmm.
Rheostat.
Nana, if we practice the circuit diagram, can we write the apparatus required if they ask to write the experiment?
Yes, sir.
Materials required. So we need to by heart what? Not the answer,
Diagram.
circuit diagram. If we by heart the diagram, then automatically we can write all the materials required very easily. Now, after materials required, we need to explain how we connected it. Now, let me see the next slide. Next, see here. So, this year we are going to do experiments in school, compulsory if offline started. So, every experiment you have to write in record notebook. I think Principal Madam already told you to purchase the record notebook. You can see that V stands for what? Voltmeter. A stands for ammeter. Plug key also you can see. That right side one is the rheostat, and battery eliminator. It acts like a battery. It gives the power supply to us. Okay. Now, yes, the front one, black one is resistance. All these things we have in school. So everyone have to do the experiment by connecting the things like this. Now, when we connect like this, now if I change the current, means if I slowly increase the current, what will happen? If I slowly increase the current, will the voltmeter reading changes or not?
Yes.
Definitely. So that is
Yes.
what we need to understand here. So here, this battery eliminator, you can see that it will come with a current eliminator and voltage eliminator. By turning this knob, I can change the voltage. When I change the voltage, here I can get the reading in the voltmeter. At the same time, ammeter reading also will come. Now, as we are doing the experiment, what is our responsibility? We need to note down the reading. Okay. So approximately readings will come like this. Now you can see, Nana, you can see that when voltage is 2, then automatically, imagine for that particular experiment, 0.5 amps current has come. As I am increasing the current, then what is also increasing? As I am increasing the voltage, what is also increasing? Current also increasing. Like that, we have to note down the reading. How we can change the voltmeter, how we can change the current means depends upon the experimental setup. By changing the rheostat also you can change the current. Now those readings, you just mark it on a graph paper. You can see that here you can see the voltage. Here I don't know, they did not mention 0.5 means here this side current they have taken. Voltage they have taken on y-axis. This side current I have taken. So this graph is straight line. It definitely passes through the origin. 100%. Remember this thing point, Nana. When no voltage is there, no current. When no current is there, no voltage, isn't it? So Ohm's law graph always passes through the
Origin.
straight line always
Origin.
passes through the origin. Now you can understand voltage is directly proportional to the current. This is symbol is the directional proportionality. So what we have understood from this experiment, we have understood that
Volt is directionally proportional to current.
voltage is directionally proportional to current. Yes, you are right. Wait a minute. So voltage is directly proportional to current. It means something is responsible for this thing. If I remove the proportionality constant, I will get R, resistance, I. So I can write resistance is nothing but V by I. This R is called proportional constant called resistance. What is resistance? What factors are responsible for the resistance value? How it is important? That we will see in the tomorrow's class. Children, can you say what is the question today we have discussed? Experiment to determine, to verify the Ohm's law. All of you please write down that thing. Today's homework is write about an experiment to determine the or to verify the Ohm's law. This is the homework. Everyone have to do it.